Welcome to Ringside Riffs by Andres Cortes. How much longer will Jey Uso last in the WWE? Now that's a serious question, and the reason I'm asking is because if he doesn't win that Intercontinental title, then how long do you expect Jey Uso, the main event superstar, the person with one of the most sold t-shirts in all of WWE, with one of the most hypest entertainment intros that we have yet seen for a wrestler, how long will he be staying? Because we know his rise to stardom has started just ever so often. Ever since COVID, ever since that separation of the Usos, ever since the creation of the bloodline, we can say that Jey Uso has been definitely the main event and he has been rising to stardom. He has been rising and putting himself as a main eventer, and it definitely has shown by the creation of everything that he has taken into accountability and all of his determination for what he has done. Yes, I'm talking about separating himself and really defining himself as a main eventer. But he is facing a dog. He is facing Bron Breakker, one of the best up and coming superstars to have ever seen. Just like it stated, he has not haven't used his family's name. He has not had that relevancy that Jey Uso has needed. Those pushes, the brother, the bloodline, everything that is symbolic. But we are talking about Jey Uso. We are mentioning that is he the right person to not only beat Bron Breakker right now, but to carry on a singles title. Now, let's put this scenario into your head. We know that the family has already been boiling into what is happening behind the scenes, and we don't want WWE to fumble this opportunity. No, we don't want Triple H to mistakenly put Jey Uso not between the ropes and not between the what main event scenes. And if that embodies him getting that Intercontinental title, then that is what's going to happen, because Bron Breakker is a dog. Bron Breakker is facing off everybody. He is getting called out from everybody. CM Punk literally in NXT called out Bron Breakker. So we know that Bron Breakker can't be holding that Intercontinental title soon, and we probably don't want to push him into having that Continental title for too long. What we do want to establish is him being a dog, established already, him being a definite character, he has already, and him being able to overpower all those people. Now, what we need for Bron Breakker to lose is obviously what it keeps on being the grit, the heart. And if Sami Zayn was able to beat Bron Breakker, then we know that Jey Uso can beat Bron Breakker, because it all comes from the heart, the grit, the soul, the embodiment, and one man has to be able to dethrone him. One man has to force Bron Breakker to level up, and it might be Jey Uso. Now, it's funny to say because main event Jey Uso is kind of stepping down to a mid-card title shot. He's establishing himself as this is his real opportunity in about 11 years in the company for getting a singles title, and it comes at the expense of Bron Breakker. But a good match, a good solidifying match could push both people to stardom. Not only Bron Breakker has solidified himself in NXT, in WWE, in the Intercontinental space already, we know that he is a dog. He is well respected by his peers, his mentors, and everybody else, and that is exactly why it might be the main pushing point for him to lose, but to be in a hunger streak, facing off for more people, looking for more challengers, saying that the Intercontinental was too easy for him and that he had to take on bigger steps. Now, for Jey Uso, if he does not win, then we know that this is the time for him to get out of the company, because people like him get pushed, tattled, and played upon. It is exactly what's happening with Xavier Woods. Is exactly what's happening with all these nostalgic superstars that they're trying to push into us, but not really giving them those opportunities. We need to see Jey Uso really take advantage of his new superstardom. If not, we're not going to believe what we're seeing. We're going to stop believing that main event Jey Uso definitely is in impactful for the main event, that he is definitely the one to challenge us all, that he is definitely the one that can tell us one more time that he is going to be on top of the world. We need to establish Jey Uso as a champion. The only way I feel that this can happen is by winning this at Bad Blood, defining that his family has never lost against the Steiner family, and defending his name, main event, getting that first single title. We know that the stakes are high, that Bron Breakker has been there, and that Jey Uso has also been there in solidifying opportunities. He's gone against Damien Priest, against Gunther. He's done this type of rivalry before and he's lost. He's gone up in big showings, and it is time for Jey Uso to get his opportunity. Now, taking this time and my opportunity, if you can just give me a comment on what you think about Jey Uso. Will he win or will he lose? And what happens if he loses? Because certainly, I believe that if he loses, we're going to miss out on Jey Uso getting that push that he so deservedly needs. He is about to lose control, lose faith in the company, and just as it happens with Cody Rhodes and everybody else, he might walk out on what the company is offering him, because it isn't what he wants. It's not to be that singles champion, and they're not pushing him as he deserves. We all know he is selling those t-shirts, he is getting that revenue in, he is getting the push that he deserves by the people, but not by the company itself. And is it because they're afraid, that they're afraid to believe that Jey Uso could just be a paper champion but not a real stable champion, that they don't have set storylines if it's not involving the bloodline? And if it is involving the bloodline, they better not make up a Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso type of storyline, or Tama Tonga or Toa Loa or anything like that, because that's a disservice to everything that Jey Uso has been building up. He should be facing off against the greats. He should be the one to defend against Sheamus and not allow him to complete that trifecta. He should be the one that gives all these other people a real talk for their money, and for Bron Breakker to lose that opportunity. Now, Bron Breakker is establishing himself as a character. Jey Uso has been the number one person all over our hearts, and it is now up to the point in where WWE will continue to push these superstars. Will they continue to push them to stardom, to new heights, to not be afraid of what they're doing, or will these limitations stop them and they keep on referring to themselves as the same track that keeps on playing, because they're not able to pull the trigger on one of the most electrifying superstars they have at the moment? Thank you for watching.